All right, I wanted to speak on this Andre Ward Triple G thing, right? Because the other night on Twitter, Steve Kim, the boxing writer, he was speaking on Triple G. Like, I guess everyone's faked outrage that Triple G called out Floyd Mayweather now. So everyone is like, Triple G needs to fight Andre Ward. He's ducking Ward. You know, everyone is... This whole ducking thing is getting out of control. Like, the way the word is used now is just out of control, because it was just a couple months ago where everyone is saying Andre Ward was ducking Triple G. So now that Triple G said that he is not trying to fight Andre Ward right now, everyone's saying that he's ducking Triple G. Now, Steve Kim said on Twitter that you know, if Andre Ward is that interested in fighting Triple G, why don't he move down to 160 to fight him? You know, he said he'll move down to 160 to fight Floyd. Why not move down to fight Triple G? You know, Chad Dawson moved down to 168 to fight him. So why don't he do the same for Triple G? You know, and I basically agreed with him, because I had agreed with him on there, and then I got sworn by a bunch of people that absolutely hate Triple G right now for saying that he wants to fight Floyd Mayweather. First of all, I don't see what's wrong with calling out Floyd Mayweather. I mean, what is the problem? It worked for Amir Khan, right? I mean, I don't get it. Like, why? Who are you to pick and choose? I mean, even if you don't think the fighter is that deserving, like Louis Collazo just called Floyd Mayweather out. Even if you don't think you're the most deserving of the fight, or he's the most deserving of the fight, who am I to judge somebody for calling out the best? You know? Like, I just don't understand why people are so upset now. Now, I got sworn by 100 people for agreeing, and the next day I was speaking on it. And then Steve Kim, he has a lot of followers, so he had retweeted me. And then I got swarmed again with a bunch of people that said Triple G is ducking him. Now, this is how I feel about it, right? I don't think anyone's ducking anyone, okay? If Triple G doesn't want to move up to fight Ward right now, it doesn't mean he's ducking him, okay? They're not in the same division, all right? Now, people say, oh, Triple G, when you make comments saying Triple G has weaknesses that I want to get exposed, you're telling me right there that you just want to see him lose. All right, if you don't think Triple G is that good, why do you want him to fight the best fighter that's in a different division? Okay? It doesn't make sense. See, because Sergio Martinez is the champion at 160. Yet you want Triple G to move up to fight Ward. You're not saying Felix Sturm. You're not saying Sergio Martinez. You're not saying anybody else at 160, Peter Quillin. No, you want him to skip all of those guys and just go fight Andre Ward. But you think he's not that good. You think he'll get exposed if he fights Ward. You know, because of his flaws or whatever. That's when the conversation it's not a debate anymore. Because you clearly just dislike this guy. You want to see him lose. But if you don't think he's that good, why do you want him to fight the best guy at 168? It makes no sense. Now, when I said, well, why isn't Sergio Martinez fight? Oh, because Sergio Martinez is 38 years old. He's an older fighter now. Why beating up an older 38 fighter? All right. Well, he's the champion, right? When was the last time he lost? Shouldn't he be defending his title against the other best guy in the division? What's wrong with that? Sergio Martinez is old and he's fighting. He needs a money fight with Cotto and stuff like that. All right, well then that's cool. I have no problems with him, and I said that on Twitter. I said, listen, if Sergio Martinez deserves a big money shot. He's putting in his work. Okay, He's put in his work over the years. At 160, he deserves the fight. Big money fight. You know, he's reaching the end of his career, and he deserves that. More power to him. You know, he's getting that biggest. He fights Cotto. He's gonna get the biggest check he'll ever get. But let's make it clear, that is just a money fight here. It's a money fight. Cotto is 2, and he lost 2 of his last 3 fights. Okay. He's a smaller guy. He's coming up from 154. I mean, I know Sergio Martinez is not a big 160 pounder. I mean, he is really technically a 154 pounder. But Sergio Martinez is used to fighting bigger guys. Okay, so this should be a walk in the park for him. It should be. Okay. But he's still the champ at the end of the day. So basically, when you're calling, like, you know what I realized? A lot of fighters, a lot of fans, I already said this in previous videos, a lot of fans just want to say a fighter is ducking whenever they don't fight the guy they want them to fight at that very moment. Sir, Triple G, okay, he just beat Odama. All right, Odama is not world-class fighter. Okay, we know that. But I can't get mad at the guy for wanting to stay busy. There's guys that's not willing to fight him in the division. Okay, you got guys moving up from 154, Kirkland, that is willing to fight him. You know, you can say that about everybody. Why don't Triple G move up if he's so good and fight Ward? Okay, well, you can say the same about Ward. Why is he moving up to 175? If he's cleared out the division, why don't he move up to 175? If he's willing to come down and fight at 160 for Floyd, why? Oh, yeah, well, he shouldn't come down to 160 because he'll be weight drained. And Golovkin's power will be too much for him if he's weight drained at 160. Like, all this excuses, man, all right? If you're going to try to make a point, see, you guys want to make points when it's convenient for you to defend a fighter that you like, or when it's convenient for you when you're criticizing another fighter that you dislike. You don't really mean that these guys are ducking. Ducking is it's like the most abused word. It's like the word hate. You're hating. You're hating. You know, whenever someone doesn't like something that you're doing, people say you're hating. Just like in boxing, whenever someone doesn't fight the guy that they want them to fight, they're ducking. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. You know, Triple G, okay, I want him to fight better competition, but these guys don't want to fight him at 160. They don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. So now that he calls out Floyd Mayweather, who is he to call out Floyd? How dare him call out Floyd Mayweather? What is wrong with you guys? What's wrong with you? You know, I mean, it's crazy. You know, I just, it's really hard to debate with people that, you know, the first statement they make, they clearly tell you who they want to see lose. They don't realize how much when you make certain statements like, I see him have flaws, I want someone to expose them flaws. Well, how come no one in his division is exposing those flaws? Why is it Sergio Martinez fighting him? Oh, because he's been injured. All right, so if you're injured and you don't want to fight no more, give up them belts. Give the belts up. Why are you holding on to them? Get your big money fight, and that's it. You know, it's just crazy. You know, everybody's calling out Floyd now, right? Because they see that Floyd hasn't decided on a fighter who he wants to fight. And then you guys go into the business thing so much. Triple G should fight a war because that's the biggest money fight for him. How do you know that? What makes you so sure? Like, how do you, what are you, his manager? Like, what numbers have Ward put up for you guys to make that kind of statement? You know? Ward has his own following, so does Triple G. Ward is not no big money making fighter. And Ward is one of my favorite fighters. And I'll sit here and admit that to you. It's not like I'm being biased here. I would love to see Andre Ward beat Triple G. I actually think Andre Ward could beat. He's one of the few people around that weight class or near his weight class that I think can actually beat Triple G. But I'm not going to say Triple G is ducking him. It's not ducking him. Ward wasn't ducking him neither when everybody was saying Ward was ducking Triple G. No one is ducking anyone. Not just going to say that whenever a fighter doesn't fight the guy that I want to see him fight right away. You know? Can't get mad at the man for being busy. If he's going to wait, if he wants to fight, he's been wanting to fight Sergio Martinez. And there's another thing too. All you guys that sitting here bashing Triple G didn't even know who he was before 2012. 2013. A lot of you guys didn't know who he was until he fought Gabe Rosado. That's the truth. Now you think he's ready to fight Ward. Okay, well, there's people saying Ward is afraid to go up and fight Kovalev. Is that true? I don't think so. They're in different divisions. I'm not saying guys can't go up and wait and move down or whatever. But me personally, I would like to see Triple G unify the titles in his division. Okay? But if Sergio Martinez don't want to fight him and he's waiting around to fight a guy like a top guy at 160 and none of them want to fight him, what is he going to just wait? No, he's going to pick up fights even if they're not televised on HBO and stay busy. He's doing the right thing in my opinion. He's staying busy. Now if you fight 4 bums within 1 year, then I'm not calling Odama a bum. I'm sorry. You know, I'm not calling him a bum or whatever. But he's not a top guy at 160. If you're going to fight 4 guys like a Odama in a year, then I have to question, you know, whether or not you're ready to fight top competition or not. But he just fought Curtis Stevens, a guy that a lot of people thought Curtis Stevens was going to win a fight. And I don't blame him. People thought Curtis Stevens was going to expose some of the weaknesses. But after the fight is over, always after a fight is over, oh, he was a bum. Triple G ain't fighting anyone. It's always the case. Triple G could not knock him out. Curtis Stevens shows some kind of life in there. You know? This guy has a... Yo, Triple G, do your homework on this guy, man. He has a great amateur Olympic background. You know, he sparred with some of your favorite fighters and wasn't looking too good for them, from what I hear. Alright, so you guys, you know, with the Triple G thing, it's like whenever someone is connected to either Mayweather or Pacquiao, it's like people go crazy over it, you know. Amir Khan is getting the same thing now, you know, for calling out Floyd or whatever. It's just ridiculous, man. Everybody's a ducker whenever they don't fight the guy that you don't want to fight. You want to see him fight. That's not the case, man. Fights will happen. I think Triple G and Ward will happen. You know, I think it will happen. You just gotta wait, you know. When this guy is ready to move up in weight, he'll do it. Why hasn't Ward moved up in weight yet? What is he waiting around for? You know, what is he at 168 still for? He's still comfortable at fighting at that weight and being a champ there. He'll move up when he feels like it. You know, that's just my opinion. All right, maybe he doesn't want to move down to 160. He'll do it for Floyd because that's a big money fight, obviously. But, okay, we're not going to keep making excuses here. He could move down the weight if he really wanted to fight Triple G, right? He could. He'll do it for Floyd, but not for Triple G. Whatever. I don't even know if Ward would do that. I'm just saying. I'm just speaking. You know, I don't know what Ward is going to do. But I don't know. I just wanted to make a quick video talking about that. I would like to see the fight. But No one is stuck in each other, right?